At CFR Capitol Group, we offer securities through Questar Capital Corporation and also offer advisory services through Questar Asset Management, which is a registered investment advisor. CFR Capital and H&R Block are independent of Questar Capital Corporation and Questar Asset Management. Questar Capital Corporation and Questar Asset Management do not provide tax and or legal advice.
Welcome back. So my next guest is Frank Calisi, and he is the owner of CFR Capitol Group. Welcome to the show. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Hi, Karen.
And what you do.
Thanks for having me. We are a financial planning firm that is also part of an H&R Block franchise. What's unique really about us is that we're able to take all the types of investments out there, all the things that people Google and listen to, and really try to have a conversation with our clients, customize it for their situation, and try to put it as much into layman's terms as we can.
Well, you told me before we came on that you're all about relationship-based, which you are. You're a
Right.
relationship-based business. So I want them to hear a little bit about you. We are going to do a giveaway, and I want to hear about that too. But right now, I want to hear just a little bit about you yourself and how long you've been doing this and that, so that they can hear about you because they're coming to you with their finances.
Absolutely.
And that's huge.
Yes, and it's about trust. It's about building trust with clients. We are in the relationship business. I usually tell my clients it's family style. And speaking of family, I just want to say hi to Mom, because as an Italian in New York, if you don't say hi to Mom on the radio, you're in trouble. But really, it's about building trust with our clients. I've been in the industry over 20 years. We prepare taxes as well as financial planning. And it's really about building relationships with our clients, having a conversation to see where they are, where they want to go.
So you not only do financial planning, but you also do taxes. And today what we're going to do, since tax season is around the corner, we might as well do this for everybody, which is really neat.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to offer everyone entered in to win a free business or personal tax return from him. It's a $500 value. So our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll-free it's 1-866-536-1100. He does free consultations. You work with people valley-wide. Your website is cfrcapital.com, and his phone number is 480-621-5851. Now, I want to talk a little bit about what makes you different than a lot of people out there that do this. You know, we've had people out that do this.
Sure.
But you specialize in women.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about that. I just want to know. And why did you choose to do that?
Right. It's, from what I hear, that having a male advisor is unique dealing with women, and I've always have my women clients I've always done well with, and whether they're widows or divorcees, but times of changing. Women are independent, and they could be happily married and like to keep their investments completely separate from their husband. They have separate bank accounts. They have separate lives. Right? So it's again, treating the women that come to me and we do financial planning as people that are looking to retire. Not because they're women, not because they're men, because they want to say so on how they're going to live their lives.
So when a woman comes to you, and I know you do men too, but I'm not
Sure.
saying that I don't do it, but we're going to talk a little bit about the women right now because you specialize in women. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about that client and what do you do for them to specialize in that area?
Well, for me personally, I find that most women are concerned about their retirements, concerned about their children, want to do something about it. They want to protect their assets. They want to plan earlier than later. And so for us, it's easy for our new women clients to come in and talk about what we do and show them all the different types of investments that are out there. And with our women clients, typically they seem to listen to us.
Sure. And in terms of this, when you say they're a little bit younger, and they want to start earlier,
younger, right? Yeah.
Right? How old are they usually that they start?
Well, typically, we find that women start a little earlier than men.
So how old are they usually, the women that come in? Like, when they get married or they're about ready to get married, they're thinking to themselves, you know what, I want to make sure I've got my ducks in a row because God forbid down the line something happens. I want to be prepared. Is that kind of the person?
Absolutely. They start as early as 20, 21, right out of college. They want to make sure that they have a 401k that they're deferring, but also at the same time for our clients that are a little bit older, realize that they like to keep their assets a little separate.
Sure. Or you want to know what's going on.
Right, exactly right.
So again, we've got our lines open here for everyone to get entered in to win a 2016 business or personal tax return. This is up to $500 value, free to you or anyone you know. And it doesn't have to be a woman, but he does specialize in women. And, I just listening to that, when I remember I talked to you the first time and I went, wow, only if I did that. And, that's why I love this show is people that are listening, especially there's a lot of older people that too listen that don't ever think about these things. And
Right.
when you say something like, they might want to keep their assets, separate. So they can do that even after they've been married for a long time. They can say, you know what, I've decided I want to do this, honey. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And again, a lot of our clients, our women clients in particular, their 401ks aside and IRAs, and some like to just individually plan for their children.
Sure. And we've got the lines open here. He does free consultations. You can also call him direct. The phone number to call is 480-621-5851. He works with people valley-wide. His website is CFR Capitol.com. And our number here to get entered in to win a free business or personal tax return up to $500 value is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. But we're not just talking taxes here. It just so happens that you also do that for people.
Correct.
But it's also more about the financial planning of it. It's really not just saying, here, just do my taxes, get me through this, right, this year.
Correct. Yeah.
Right.
I
It's
mean,
really more.
In our industry, people that just prepare taxes are also called bean counters, which means it's the year is over and they're basically just counting the numbers to figure out what your tax liabilities are. What we specialize in is we bring the tax planning and the financial planning together. So what we try to do during the year is find ways of helping reduce their taxes, either through financial planning or through particular donations or deductions that are out there.
When someone comes to you for the first time that they're listening to this and say, yes, I would like to get a free business or personal tax return done, what do you then work with them, and what do they need to bring to the plate? Besides just coming in with their big box of everything,
Right.
This is way more than that. This is not just getting your taxes done. Go ahead.
Correct. We like clients initially coming in is to bring in 2 or 3 of last tax returns so we could see what they've been doing. Number one, to find out what their prior tax situation is, but number two, more importantly, to find out if there are any mistakes done that we can correct and help them save some money. We also have them bring in their financial statements, 401k opportunities that they have to reallocate their portfolio, and of course, one thing in our country in general where we are very underinsured. So we take a look at their insurance situation and find out if, God forbid, something happened to you, how are you protected? How is your family protected?
So this is all way more than just getting your taxes done. This is really getting your financial, sort of your blueprint as to what you're going to go forward with.
Right. And that's our slogan. We're the architects of your financial future. We prepare a blueprint, a foundation of your financial goals, and provide help and assistance.
And provide your taxes to get done too. So our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. We've got everyone entered in to win a business or personal tax return. It's up to $500 value, free to you. It's for this year, 2016, I should say. And our number here again is 602-277-5369. He does free consultations. He works with people valley-wide. His website, check him out. It's CFRCapital.com. His number direct is 480-621-5851. Be prepared, because it's not just your taxes. It's way more than that. This is your financial blueprint. And he said, you're the architect. What did you say you are?
We're the architects of your financial future.
We're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we want to talk further. He specializes in women, but not just women. And if you're listening to this and you're thinking, maybe I should get on this. Maybe I should have my finances separate than from my husband's. I wish I did that. Again, our number here, 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. It's CFRCapital.com. So we're talking with Frank Calisi. He is the owner of CFR Capital Group. And we have our lines open here. We are talking about taxes a little bit, but more financial planning, that everything that goes along with it. You happen to be also affiliated. You're part of H&R Block.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
But it's a whole blueprint. They call themselves architects of your financial future, because this is something where you're not just going to go in and just get your taxes done. You're going to get a lot more from this.
Correct. And it's really about putting everything together for our clients. It's talking about maximizing their Social Security opportunities for when they retire. When is it a good time to take it? Is it a good time to take it early or later? We really try to analyze a lot for them. Estate planning, living trusts, their investment ideas, tax tips. So really try to bring it all together for them.
Well, you're like a full service
Correct.
financial advisor who also happens to do the taxes as well, because really it's also great. I'm going to say this too. I want my financial planner to know exactly where my taxes are, because it's not like, have to have two different places. You're all under one roof.
That's correct. And, especially for our retired clients, and everyone really, but they want to reduce their tax liability as much as possible. Part of our planning are creating mock returns of what their tax returns are going to look like in the future. And so not only are we putting them in a better financial position, we potentially could save them thousands of dollars on taxes. And it just, our motto on the tax side is, it's not what you make, it's what you get to keep.
Wow. Okay. Now, again, you do specialize in women, you said.
Yes.
But obviously, you don't just work with women. And we've got our lines open here, and everyone's getting entered in to win a 2016 business or personal tax return. It's an up to $500 value, free to you. Yes, we're talking about that, but it encompasses everything. So you're going to be bringing in your financials and all of that just because you want to know, what are you doing? Where are you going to go? And if you're a woman out there, we were talking about this, please tell them, just at the, because they went to a break, there's new people that might be listening.
Sure.
For that person, give them the idea of that woman that you work with.
When you come into our office, we have a conversation about your life, about what your goals are, whether they're personal, whether they're financial. We do the best we can. There's a lot of things that are out there, a lot of noise that we like to call it. And being independent advisors, we get to filter all the stuff that's out there. But our most important job is to provide you pros and cons of each of the types of investments that are out there. It's honesty, truth to our clients, and that's really what's made us successful.
And your assets are important to you. Your money is important to you. Maybe you're getting married. Maybe you're listening to this and you're thinking, gosh, this is a good time for me to think about that. Because it's always great before you do. And then something happens, right?
Say,
and then you wish, right? And then, of course, if you're older or a widow, that'd be perfect for someone that, maybe you don't know what to do. You've never, this sounds like you could really walk them through.
It's an unfortunate part of our business. We have many widowers, divorcees. There are different types of plans out there. Not only we show them the plans, but tax-wise, how to make sure that it's most tax-efficient way of getting income.
So we've got everyone entered in to win a 2016 business or personal tax return. It's up to $500 value, free to you. Our number here, 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. He specializes in women. He does also men too. I just want to say that because
Absolutely.
He for sure does that as well. He does free consultations. He works with people valley-wide. You can call him at 480-621-5851. His website is CFRCapital.com. Our number here, 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. You've been doing this for over 20 years, and you really help people with the whole gamut of what their life is going to be for the future, starting even young.
Absolutely. The younger you could start, the better off you are. Obviously, I tell my clients, my younger clients, is close your eyes and put the money away. Invest it. Don't worry about it for now. Just keep on investing. When you open up your eyes, you'll have tens of thousands of dollars that you didn't realize what you were doing.
Right.
So it's to stay the course and just continue investing.
I so wish that people would younger start all this. And, we say that we should, and maybe once in a while somebody does it. It doesn't happen often because a lot of people put this off to they think financial planning is for older people.
Right.
Why is that?
Right. It's I think people assume a lot of things when they come to see us, and they realize that there are opportunities for them as well.
So we're talking about tips. You mentioned that you also do those. So why don't you, because I want to make sure we have time to do that. Let's give them some tax tips right now.
There's some great tax tips. First of all, in your 401k, you want to at least invest in what the company is matching dollar for dollar, because it's free money. But try to max out your 401k as much as possible. It will reduce your taxable income. For our local Arizonians, there's some really great credits out there of when you donate. There are 4 different types of credits. There are credits for donating to private schools, public schools, organizations to the working poor, like a St. Mary's Food Bank, for example, and also organizations for foster care. You get a dollar for dollar credit back on your tax return in Arizona, and you get to deduct that on federal as well. So, for example, if you do donate $1,000 and you're in a 25% bracket, you get $250 back from federal, but you also get the full $1,000 back from Arizona. So essentially, you're making $1,250, $250 of donating $1,000. Unfortunately, a lot of our clients that come to us never really knew that. So that's really a great opportunity to help yourself, help the organization, more importantly, to help in our local organizations.
What else you got for tips?
Invest in your IRAs. I always tell clients there's Roth IRAs out there, traditional IRAs. And a traditional IRA contribution, you can get a deduction on your tax return, which is great. But you also want to diversify yourself for when you retire. You also want some tax-free income. So look into a Roth IRA or a Roth 401k at work so you could have some of your income tax-free as well.
Wow, there's a lot of great tips. And what would be some of your final words for today that you want to make sure that you get out there about the company and what you offer?
Very simply is, again, we're very knowledgeable. I've been in business over 20 years. I have 2 other advisors that have been in the business for over 30 years. And what we try to do is put things in layman's terms for clients, is to provide all the options, all the availabilities that we have, but most importantly, provide the pros and cons to their situation and give them a few different options for their financial goals.
He works with everyone, but he specializes in women, and he does free consultations. You can call him direct. The phone number is 480-621-5851. On some of these tips that you gave, can they still do it now? Is it too late?
Great question. So there are new rules out this year. So for Arizona credits, you actually have until April 15th of this year to contribute for last year.
Great. That's awesome. That's why I wanted to say it.
You got it. One quick tip on that, though. Unfortunately, for federal to get the deduction, it's a calendar year, so you won't be able to use that deduction this year for 2016, but you'll be able to use it next year for federal.
Well, he's been doing this for over 20 years. His phone number direct is 480-621-5851. You could check him out. It's CFR Capitol.com. He works with people valley-wide. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. We've got everyone getting entered in to win a 2016 business or personal tax return. This is an up to $500 value, free to you. Again, our number here, 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. What are your final words?
Keep on investing.
It's all about investing.
It really is.
And the younger you start,
the better off you are.
Yeah. And they tell them a little bit about being your architect of your financial future, what you're all about.
again, building a foundation for our clients, providing a solid base to have predictable income down the road, not probable, predictable income. In order to do that, that takes planning.
Don't wait. Start earlier. And if you are older, if you are a widow, if you are divorced, this is something that you need to jump on and have somebody help you. He does a free consultation. And especially if you're a woman, he said he specializes in them, but he also works with men. Give him a call. The phone number is 480-621-5851. You could check him out on his website. It's CFRCapital.com. He works with everyone valley-wide, and the number here to call to get entered in to win the 2016 business or personal tax return up to $500 value free to you is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100, all under one roof. That's what I like about it. Financial planning and all your taxes done all under one roof.
Thank you, Carol. Yes.
Again, the number to call him, 480-621-5851. He does free consultations. Keep on calling throughout the rest of the show. Get entered in to win a business or personal tax return for 2016, 602-277-5369.